Welcome to Building Families, Bridging Differences, a family law journey.
Hey everybody, welcome back to an all-new episode of Building Families, Bridging Differences, a family law journey with Shelly Cooley. I am your host, Mike Leon. Shelly here is a certified family law specialist, and she's also the founder of the Cooley Law Firm out in Las Vegas. And she focuses exclusively on family law, helping clients with divorce, custody, adoption, and assisted reproduction. She's known for her compassionate, straightforward approach. And in today's episode, we're going to be covering what to do when Child Protective Services, aka CPS, gets involved. Whether it's a report from a neighbor, a teacher, or even a co-parent, a CPS investigation can be terrifying and confusing. And Shelly is here to explain it all. So Shelly, good to see you. Let's talk about what is CPS. I just gave the acronym before, but what do they do, and what type of cases typically trigger their involvement in the state of Nevada?
So, Child Protective Services, or CPS, is an arm of the state of Nevada and the counties. Each county has their version of Child Protective Services, and their purpose is to investigate reports of abuse and or neglect of children. So it is the primary purpose, the only purpose is to help keep children safe. Now, what types of cases trigger CPS involvement? It can be any type of case where the potential abuse or neglect of a child is suspect.
So, Shelly, what should a parent do that's listening to this? Let's say they've been contacted by CPS. What should they do?
If you've been contacted by CPS, it is extremely important that you immediately contact a child welfare expert. In the state of Nevada, we have child welfare specialists, and these folks are who you need to talk to. I am not a child welfare specialist. If you find yourself in this situation, I will absolutely help you get in touch with a child welfare specialist who can assist you, because you are at risk of having your children removed from your care in the event that Child Protective Services substantiates an allegation of abuse or neglect against you. So it is imperative that you seek advice from an expert.
Shelly, in the intro, I mentioned about tips that CPS could get that could help start, let's say, an investigation. So, based on that, does the CPS, get tips that are, anonymous or custody dispute related? Can they start a case based on that? How serious do they take these reports?
Well, when a report is made, Child Protective Services is going to evaluate the report and whether or not it needs to be investigated. If they determine that the allegations rise to the level of necessitating an investigation, they will investigate very quickly. So if you are aware that a report of abuse or neglect has been made against you, the sooner you act and the sooner you get in contact with a child welfare expert, the better you're going to be.
Shelly, I would love for you to explain, now we go through the CPS investigation, whatever comes from that, now they find themselves in court. There's a difference between dependency court and family court. Can you kind of explain the differences, and how might the two interact if a parent is already involved in a custody case?
Perfect. So when we're talking about family court, that is the court that handles divorce, custody, child support, although child support has their own court as well, adoptions, termination of parental rights, those type of matters. Dependency court, when we're talking about child welfare, they are solely handling cases regarding abuse and or neglect of children. And these cases are being brought against parents versus in family court, parents are bringing these cases. So that's a big distinction, is that in a child welfare case, the state of Nevada is bringing this case against the parents because there's an allegation of abuse and or neglect.
Shelly, what's a piece of advice you would give to any parent they're worried about potential involvement from CPS, whether it's already happened or they fear it might happen? What's a piece of advice you would give to them?
Speak to a child welfare expert as soon as possible.
Yeah. There you have it. Thank you so much for the time and insight, Shelly. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
And thank you for everybody out there listening to another episode of Building Families, Bridging Differences with Shelly Cooley. If you're facing a CPS investigation or you're even concerned about your rights as a parent, Shelly and her team can help guide you to the right resources. Do me a favor right now, visit CooleyLawLV.com to learn more. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a review and comment, or share this episode with somebody who needs to hear it. As always, I'm Mike Leon. We'll see everybody next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.